Hi everyone, I'm the Thành and this is Trung Hiếu. We are students of class 9 in the secondary school in city Đắk. In our city, we see a lot of garbage in the street and people wade into the water. It's caused a lot of environmental problems affecting the environment and the earth.
Therefore, protecting environment is very important to us. So today we are going to tell you about how to protect environment. Now, come to the first part. We will talk about some kind of environmental pollutions. Firstly, soil pollutions. It appears when the concentration of pollutants on the surface becomes so high that harm land and endanger health, particularly through food. Activities such as crop breeding and intensive farming use chemicals, pesticides, and fertilizers that pollute the land. Just happen with the heavy metal and other natural and man-made chemical substances. Secondly, water pollution. Water pollution is a contamination of water source by substances which make the water unusable for drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming, and other activities. Pollutants include chemicals, trash, material, and parasites. All forms of pollution eventually make their way to water. Air pollution spreads onto lakes and oceans. Land pollution can shift into an underground stream, then to a river, and finally into the oceans. Thus, water dumped in a vacant lot can eventually lose the water supply.
Finally, emissions. Pollutants are substances in the atmosphere that affect our health. They include smoke, particles, and escape from varieties of sources, both man-made and natural. People generate air pollution in many ways through car they drive, they store, they cook on, and fuel burn to produce heat and electricity. Air pollution from these sources may harm our heart or lung and reduce our resistance to disease.
We just talked about environmental pollutions. Now we come to the second part. I have a question. How can we prevent the environment from being polluted? Protecting the environment is very important. Some people have tried several ways to reduce pollution. Firstly, about the soil pollution. The cause of soil pollution is gas waste, radioactive substance, heavy metal, organic, and chemical waste. Even part of soil we call soil pollution. In addition, if people don't consciously dispose of garbage in the right place, then doing this way in industrial waste also contribute to serious soil environmental impacts. When human come into direct contact with soil pollution, human health in danger, increased risk of birth defects, respiratory disorder, cancers. Thus that we will have some solution to reduce soil pollution. To decrease the soil pollution, we will reduce using chemicals, fertilizers, and pesticides. And we will try to reduce what wasted trash, collect trash around our house and neighborhood.
Secondly, to decrease the water pollution, you can use less water. Clean, fresh water may seem plentiful, but it is a limited amount available on Earth. Use water-saving devices on sink, in toilets, and in the shower. Take short shower instead of bath. Do not run the water constantly while brushing your teeth. Wash clothes when you have a full bath, full load of loud right. Only water is used out and pants when absolutely necessary. And you should avoid pouring chemical down the drain. Use fewer chemical and cleaner around the home. Not only will you cut down on indoor air pollution, but also on the amount of chemical entering the water system. If necessary, use biodegradable cleaner. Do not pour all the chemical in the drainage system on the street, and having your water checked for lead contaminations is also important. Many homes have lead pipe or lead amount connections on the pipe, which carry water to their home. Since lead may enter your drinking waters and cause medical problems in young children, you might want to have a water test If this is present, insulin filter may solve the problem.
Finally, about the air pollution. You can turn off lights, televisions, radio, and other electrical equipment when they are not being used. Power plants usually use coal, oil, gas, or nuclear energy to produce the electricity. If power plant use less fuel, fewer particles and gases are put into the air we breathe, and you can walk or ride by if possible. Or if you have to go a long distance, asking your parents if you take a public transport or ride with several people. Do not smoke. Smoking causes gases and particles to get into the smoke rooms and cause disease, and also form air pollution that affects others in the area. Try to get friends and family members who smoke with the habit. Use fewer chemicals in your home, chemical you use in your house, including those from household cleaner and art supplies, could cause air pollution levels to be greater inside and outside. Try to use fewer chemicals in more ventilations.
In short, environmental pollution in our country is now a problem with serious consequences that should be condemned and eliminated. We need to protect the environment. Protecting the environment is protecting everyone's life. Thus that each of us need to be conscious and contribute to building a green, clean and beautiful environment.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.